All right, welcome to the Booking Blitz. Yay, happy November. I hope you're having a good Monday. So here's how tonight's gonna work. We're gonna talk a little bit and then we are going to put everything kind of on hold and go make some contacts for 20 minutes. And then we will come back and just kind of share what we did. So we may go a little bit over just because I want to make sure we have time to get back together just for a few minutes and talk about anything that happened in our contacts and our reach outs, what it looked like. So first and foremost, oh my goodness, so we talked about off camera how our months are going, but what are you looking at as far as your goals? How many parties are you hoping to get for November and for December? You should always go into those bookings, any booking blitz, knowing, okay, well, what's my goal? How many parties do you want to get? And how many parties do you want to get from this booking blitz? So anybody want to unmute and talk about, okay, are you trying to earn products with the free for all? Are you trying to get to a certain income level this month? What are your goals for this month in December?
I'm pretty satisfied with November. I'm just needing December bookings. I have like 3.
Okay, all right, good. And how are your parties doing, Aubrey? As far as holding, are they canceling, or are you getting them basically holding once you schedule them for November?
For December, I've just started booking.
Well, November, I said, yeah.
Oh, November. I've had one person postpone to the end of the month because their dog died, and then one person switched. One person dropped out, so I've lost one and I postponed one so far.
So it's always good, right, to book some extras, especially, a lot of us know that on here, but the people who are going to be watching this later, hopefully, it's always good to book extras in case you have somebody back out. So that's a really good lesson in that, right? Christine, what about you?
Sorry. So my goal for November is to hit 5,000, and I need a couple more parties for that. My December's real light, so I have to really focus on December.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Miriam, what about you?
My November, I have 8 next week, but I just now got a message that one of them she can't do it. So I got 7 for next week. I have 2 or 3 lined up for December, but I want to have probably 8 to 10 for December before Christmas, before the cutoff. That's what my goal is. So I've got my plan tonight is to send a booking birthday message to all my December people. Okay. Hopefully I can grab a couple of December parties.
Good. And we have Rebecca popping on, but I know that Nikki and Rebecca, I've given them the challenge that they need to get 4 bookings because they're both new consultants. So we want 4 bookings, right? Okay. At the very least, 4. You're going for 5?
Oh, she said 5.
5? 6? You want to go for 6? We can do 6. Between now and like New Year's and stuff, you're going to want a lot of parties. So, a couple things that I wanted to go over. Now we were trying to keep an eye on that time. I am going to give you a link. I'm going to put it in the chat, maybe. Okay. All right. Nope, that's not it. Let me just grab it. I had copied the Zoom link, so give me 1 second. So I am giving you a link to some words to use, okay? And these are just, some ideas. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm putting it in the chat. Okay, and I will also include this document when I send out the recording of this. But I just want to talk about a little bit, a few of the ideas that I've had on there. Number 1, Tina, Miriam, and I have all been doing birthday messages, birthday bash messages. And so I've included some wording about that. And are you all familiar with where to find the birthdays that are coming up for all of November? Or have each of you looked for that or found that? Okay, well, I'll share my screen just in case, because this has been really fantastic. I've gotten a lot of bookings from this, and so has Miriam, and so has Tina. It's been really fantastic. And it's not too late to be sending out messages. I even sent out some messages saying, hey, I'm sorry I missed your big day, but I'd love to celebrate you anyway. And it's been really great. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's hope I can find it on the cuff. Okay, Facebook. You know, it's going to be right behind where my Zoom is. Okay, so when you're going to the main menu, I know it's going to be a little delayed because I'm sharing my screen. And see, now I forget. Miriam, help me out.
You have to go to events
Okay, thank you.
and then click on birthdays.
I've done this like 10 times, but of course, when people are watching,
Click
I
on
can't
birthdays right there.
and then all of them show up. Come on. We can do it. We can do it, little computer. There we go. Okay. So here are the very current ones, today's birthdays and recent birthdays that have just happened in the past. I would use those recent birthdays and reach out to those. And then you have your upcoming birthdays. But here's the really cool thing. So you have those for the next few days. And I believe this is only on a browser that it does this. I tried finding this on even my browser on my iPad and couldn't find it. But if you scroll down, it gives you by month everyone who's here, and you just hold your cursor over that and you can click on them and send them a message right there. And then, oh shoot, and hit the back button and it brings you right back. Okay. Or if you'd like to create a list, you can work from that too. So if you scroll down here, this is where you're looking for all of the rest. So these are the very current ones, and then for the next week or so, and then all the rest are right here. And
if
then
you write a list, that way you can keep track with what you're doing.
Exactly. And next year, when you do this, and there are ways to kind of keep that list up, updated with all of your new members. But if or new friends, there's a way to look at your new friends and see who you've just become friends with. And you can grab their birthdays too. But then you have it going forward, and you don't have to do this part each time. Okay. So let me stop sharing. All right. So that's one idea, is the birthday messages. Okay. I'm also giving you in that document a little image to post on your wall. If you choose to do this, you can either do this tonight or you can do this tomorrow. For your own Booking Blitz later. But it's a picture of all of our power tools, and say, which would you love to find? You're just going to put in your text of the post, which would you like to find under your tree on Christmas morning? And be mindful, if you have a lot of friends that don't celebrate Christmas, say, which would you like to, unwrap for the holidays this year? Okay. And then I'm giving you some words to use when they post which one they want. I actually gave you some words to use. Say, oh, I love that one too. I love using it for this. And you just want to fill in something that you love using it for. And I also said, okay, did you know you can get that for X amount of dollars? We're not saying for 60% off, but this month, if you host a party, you can get it for X amount of dollars. And I actually included those amounts for you, so you don't have to look them up. And you would just put that into your reply for each person. Okay, so that's another idea. So another thing we want to look at is your current parties and your past parties. If you haven't been really up on that in your current parties, you want to make sure you have messaged every single person, and I've given you some wording that I use for that. You want to make sure if you're if you're sending a private message to like all the guests in your party, make sure you go into either the welcome new member post, or I know I do the next 3 people that order $50 or more. I usually do that on the extended day of the party, after the last day. And I tag everybody in the entire party. So if you have a post where you've tagged everybody in the party or tagged all the new members, you might have to do a couple times. Say, hey, I've just sent you a really important message about the party. Make sure you click here and use your m.me. Make sure you click here to view the message, so that you're notifying all those people you haven't created that two-way conversation with, that you're messaging them. And then you can go through and and send that message out to everybody. Okay. You might not get as many hits on that if you haven't gotten that two-way conversation going during the party, but if you do that little comment in a post, or do a new post and say, hey, I've got some information for you, and then you tag everybody, but why not use what you've already done, right? So I think that's it. So which one of these are you going to use tonight? Who are you going to be reaching out to tonight? Just either unmute yourself or pop it in the chat. Are you going to do a post on your wall with the power tools? Are you going to look at current or past parties? Or are you going to do the booking bash or something else? So what are you going to be focusing on during our 20 minutes? I know I'm going to be looking at past parties. I even have a few pulled up that I'm going to be looking at.
I'm going to do some December birthdays for December bookings.
Good. Oh, good. Aubrey and Christine.
I like the power tool idea.
Okay.
I've already sold a quick cooker this month, so that's good.
I know, and it's so cheap. It's $40. Like, you said during the team meeting, $40 and even also point out, I didn't include this, but if somebody says the quick cooker, make sure you include about the quick cooker the quick cooker, I forget what they're calling it, deluxe set, starter set. I think it's the quick cooker starter set. And that I believe is $70 when it's 60% off. So make sure you mention that if you have somebody interested in a quick cooker and that's the thing that they pick, make sure you say, oh, and the whole starter set with the retail value of this is $70. So that's a really cool one. And Nikki, have you sent out your messages yet that I challenged you with? Good. Okay. Well, if you want to message me, I'll separately out of this, then I'll give you some more people to message. I think we'll just do some friends or something, but I'll give you some messages to do. And Rebecca, did you have some people that you're going to message? Did this help you at all? I don't know if she can talk. Well, get with me if you need wording since you guys are new. Okay. All right, so we're going to start the timer. It is 7:18 right now, so we're going to come back in 20 minutes, so 7:38, and just for a couple minutes. I know we're going to go over a little bit, and I'm sorry, but we're going to just kind of touch base and see how you guys did. So let's go, send messages. All right, if you guys can just keep yourselves muted during this so we don't distract everybody. All right, and I'll mute me. Okay, see you all in 20 minutes. All right, we're just getting back together to talk about how we did. And Miriam just said that the fortune is going to be in the follow-up with these birthday messages, which is so true. And that's something that I can reach out to one day this week, is everybody that I have sent one to follow up with those no replies. Aubrey, what about you? How'd it go?
I went to past parties and I got 2 no's so far. So. But where there's no's, there will be yeses.
There will be yeses, and I got several no's. I was trying to go crank through some because I knew we were on a limited time, but I want to say 1, 2, I got about 5 no's, and one of them I did write back to because she messaged me back like that. And I said, oh, is that just not now, not ever? Can I follow up? Basically, can I follow up with you in January? And she said, sure. So it was a just no. And then I asked that one more question, and now I'm going to be reaching out to her in January. Rebecca, can you talk and share? No.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing it from my phone instead of the computer, so it's hard to find the buttons.
Yeah.
I just before we did this, I put a post up about, because my 30 days is midnight tonight, so I need sales for that. So I had already posted that. I sent a message to the host for this party and asked her if she's ever considered doing Pamper Chef. I love the birthday idea. I think it's going to be easier from a computer than a phone to try to do that. So,
yeah, definitely.
And my favorite one was the power tools. But I did, with me just sending, posting the one out that I just posted right before the meeting, I think I might do the Power Tools one tomorrow.
Yeah, and you can also post that in your friends are in your what is now your VIP group. But they might see it more in the party than on your wall. And you want to make sure
Sure.
like you get some interaction going, and maybe that one post says, okay, comment below, or they can post make sure you're doing something where they're posting a GIF below, or something like that, something in the comments to bump it up and get it seen anytime you do something like that. So yeah, that's really good, and we'll talk some more after this if you're available to just kind of go over some things. But yeah, it's
Awesome. Thank you for the tips.
Yeah, definitely. So again, like Miriam said, the fortune is in the follow-up. It's going to be so important that any contacts we make tonight, or if somebody's watching this later, any contacts you're making, you are going to go back in, let's say, 2 days. And if you didn't hear back from them, we're going to use our no reply wording or whatever you use to reach back out to them and make sure you're writing down anywhere that somebody said, okay, well, reach back out to me after the holidays or something like that. Any more tips or any more insight? No? All right. Well, I hope that this turns into some bookings for us. We can always use this. One thing that I did want to point out, obviously, like the three of us are directors, and so we've been through this before. But for Rebecca and anybody else who's going to be watching this, if we can take 20 minutes, and how many people did you guys reach out to in 20 minutes?
Let's see.
I'm going to try to count too. How many messages did you send out?
5, 6, 7, 8.
26, and then I responded to someone's comment.
I sent 20 messages out.
I sent out 23, and if we can make that many reach outs in a 20-minute period of time, that's about 1 a minute, give or take. If you can sit down for 20 minutes every day, or 20 minutes 5 days a week, or 20 minutes 4 days a week, if it's more than what you're doing now, if you have a goal to grow your business, then that becomes a huge part of your day. It doesn't take much. If you can set aside enough time to make 20 or 30 contacts, which would be 20 or 30 minutes a day, and then also making sure you're following up on those, how much would it change your business from where it is today? So I just wanted to kind of mention that it's a great habit to get into, and look, it doesn't take long to make a lot of reach outs, as long as you're doing it. So anyway, well, I hope you guys have a good Monday. All right. And Rebecca, if you can stay on after, that'd be great, but we'll end the recording. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.